I read Profit First by Mike McCallowicks. And so I was looking for someone, particularly within Australia, who knew the Australian situation in terms of tax and all those sorts of things. I was in another forum and a completely different, was health orientated program. And Jackson was actually a speaker there. So it's just like, okay, there's a connection there. And so I just followed the connection. But since I had started the business, I was seeing a lot of cycling going on in terms of ups and downs, particularly over Christmas and Easter. But also, big project. I don't have enough people to do anything, to do it all and meet timelines versus crickets. And so, it was that type of cycling. And so, obviously we've been talking about marketing and things like that as well, which is another area that I was looking to try and pull in place as well. So between those two aspects, Aureus is really ticking some boxes there.
Oh, yeah. Kathy, why did you decide to try working with us here at Aureus in the beginning?
Yeah, like I said, I was in a health program. I have some key areas, I guess, within life where I'm looking for coaches and people who are significant in the area that they, the specialization that they do. So and it was also kind of like I don't want to have to learn another flipping skill. Try and teach myself all the time. So I'm a self educator to a certain extent. And then when I kind of recognize, okay, I understand everything that sits around this type of topic, but I'm not a specialist and I never will be. And it's kind of the stage where, okay, I either need to outsource it or I need a coach. And so that was kind of like the case with Aureus.
And the big decision to jump on board, what was it in particular that got you off the fence to say, yes, this is where I need to be?
I think it was just, all the planets aligning. So I was looking for someone who in Australia, who was ticking those boxes around the profit first type methodology. But also it was the right time with the business. So the business had grown. So I did have that need in terms of this needs to get fixed. Otherwise, it's just going to continue to stagnate or continue to stay at the same size. It's just going to cycle all the time. So I knew I needed to actually step out and do something different and engage people or, go down the coaching route. And because it was like almost business leadership, business understanding, the financial aspects, it made a lot more sense for me to be coached as opposed to bringing someone in.
What was it in particular that really moved the dial forward for you from a business point of view, but also money and finance?
I think just putting the money mastery buckets and template in place, getting used to doing a sweep every fortnight or whatever that day is for the particular company, and just getting into a routine of consistency. And so this is what we do, kind of thing. And so once the buckets they were in place and they started to be filled, then it's turned to, okay, now what's the next thing to fix is the front end revenue that needs to go up. And so just being able to obviously have a conversation with you around that and have the learning from the program itself to understand some of those levers and understand that, the swings and roundabouts, how that all works. And you can
Yep,
pull
of
on this lever and it should do this, so that type of thing.
course. From a and one of the things that we aim to do is make things simple for business because it shouldn't be too complex, should it? So, is there anything in particular that either it simplified life for you, helped you save time or avoid effort?
I think that like the back end of Aureus, so obviously setting it up that profit mastery tool and doing the assessment of my numbers and all those sorts of things. If I'd had to have done that myself without your back team supporting that, that would have really slowed me down. So I think that in itself was great. Okay, it was immediately I can get to a stage where I can start taking action as opposed to working in a spreadsheet and what's this number and all of that type of thing.
18 out of 40. This is the average score of the typical 6 or 7 figure business owner when they complete our financial performance scorecard. This means that for the vast majority of people, they are below average financially. After all of the blood, sweat, and tears that they've used to grow and scale their business, they aren't even optimized for the financial results to achieve the goals that they want. The financial performance scorecard covers ways for you to improve your profits, maximize your cash flow, cover your assets, build more personal wealth, and ultimately support the lifestyle that you got into business to create in the first place. Once you complete it, you're provided with a customized report with actionable insights of where you should be focusing your time and attention and how you can improve your score lightning fast in 2024 and beyond. So click the link below or in my bio and let's see how well you do.